Welcome to Cooking with Andrea. I am super excited. I always say I'm super excited, but I am. I'm excited. I am going to be making a turkey stuffing mashed potato bowl with corn and cheese and gravy. So it's my little play on a KFC. But I have hamburger that I packaged already. I'm going to take this 1 pounder. I'm only going to use half of it. And then I am also going to take let me do this one first though. I'm going to just take this out. Something just squirted on me. Just going to pull this hamburger out here. Just like that so I can put it down. So that's to make my stuffing. I'm one of those. I make this stuffing. I used to hate stuffing as a kid. And one year, man, my mom made this stuffing and it was amazing. So this is my mom's recipe. She is and was amazing. So this is hers. I love stuffing now just because of her. I'm using a Jimmy Dean sage sausage. So I'm going to just go ahead and put the whole thing in here. Put that right over there. Just going to break it up with my hands so I could give it a wash. One thing when I make stuffing though, all my meat has to be very uniform. I like it that way. I don't want it to be big chunks of meat. So if I had to, then what I will do is I will put it in my food processor and make it all uniform for my stuffing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my pot on. I'm going to drop it down to 300 right now. We're going to get this starting cooking, then I'm just going to give a wash and then we'll pick up everything else. So let's get some bleach water. Okay, get my towel over here. Okay, so we've got our sage sausage and our hamburger right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this stuffing. This is my favorite kind of stuffing, and it's going to sound weird, but I like it in the canister better than I do the box. So I only buy canisters. This is delicious. I'm going to do the one that is 3 cups of stuffing. So then I have 1.5 cups of water, and I also have my 3 tablespoons of butter. So that will be my stuffing. So what's going to happen is I'm going to cook this meat. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get the stuffing ready, and then what I'm going to do is we're going to come back and we're going to put and warm these potatoes up. I have about 1.5 cups of boiled potatoes. Just boiled them. Something left over I had in my refrigerator. Some frozen corn. It's a cup. And here's my beautiful turkey. This turkey, me and my husband always make 2 turkeys during Thanksgiving, because what we do is we vacuum seal and then we have turkey at a very good price, or actually free. We get our turkeys for free. And so we're super blessed because of the amount of groceries we buy, they're free. So we go ahead and vacuum seal them. So I'm going to go ahead. The stuffing's super easy. Just follow the stovetop. But before I actually put everything together, I want to show you how I take and put the meat in there. So I'm going to cook this and then we'll come back. Okay, hey, we're back. The meat is done. We're going to put our butter in. I have our 1.5 cups of water boiling. We're going to go ahead and let this dissolve real fast. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put this hamburger. I'm going to use 2 cups of my hamburger sage sausage mix. 2 cups only. And I just want to show you what this yielded. Now, I will use my rest of my ground beef and my sausage. I will use this week because we eat more protein than we eat anything. So we'll have eggs with this mixed in it tomorrow morning for breakfast. So this is how much grease I got. So we want to drain. And this is what my meat looks like. Okay. Everything is melted in here. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to turn our pot off. And we are going to mix in our 3 cups. Our 3 cups of stovetop stuffing mixed. So we're just going to go ahead and mix it in. Get it all mixed in. And then what we're going to do is we're going to let this sit for 5 minutes. And then what we'll do is I'm going to go ahead and cover it. And then we'll let it sit for 5 minutes. And then I'll come back and we'll fluff it up. Boy, this stuffing tastes so good. It's amazing. You add just this little bit of meat mixture with this. Super delicious. I could eat this just as a meal. And I would be fine. And it's kind of funny because I want to talk about something too. Some people don't like all their food in a bowl. They like it separate. You could do this one separate. So like my husband doesn't like his stuff like in a bowl. He likes it separate. You could totally do that. So we're going to let this sit for 5 minutes. I'm going to let you know that I took 1 package of turkey gravy and 1 chicken. That's how I made our gravy. It's already done. I just have it sitting really on the side just so it is nice and soft. Or nice and hot, but not boiling. So now what I'm going to do is we're going to let this sit for 5 minutes. In that time, I'll go ahead and I'll cut up our beautiful turkey. And then I'll go ahead and clean the mess out of this pan, and we're going to heat the potato and the corn in that with some chopped turkey, and then we'll come back and assemble our bowl. Okay, welcome back. Everything's done. It wasn't a hard meal to prepare. I had the turkey in the freezer. I had the sausage in the freezer. I had the hamburger in the freezer, and this is what's left over. It's only about 3 cups of meat. That will go perfect with our eggs for breakfast this week or lunches this week. So that was really easy. The only thing I had to make was the stuffing, and I already had it in the cabinet. So I didn't have to go out for any of this. And it's just, remember, it's just Andrea's creation of a bowl. I love my famous bowls. But this one's a turkey bowl, and that's where I got the idea, is how they serve it in a bowl. I'm going to give the stuffing a try. I just forked it and fluffed it. Fantastic. Lots of seasoning. Okay, so I heated up my turkey, my boiled white russet potatoes, and my corn in this pot, or this pan. And I just scraped the bottom in case I have any turkey scrapings here. Let's give this a taste and see if we have enough seasoning. A little bit of salt and pepper. That's all that needs. Our turkey is very seasoned from when we cook it. Super delicious. But you want to try your layers to make sure you have salts and peppers and things like that. Because remember, potatoes and meat can be very dry. And it can be very flavorless if you do not season it. So I'm going to go ahead, and this is how I'm going to set my bowl. I'm using this bowl here. I was going to use this one, but you can't see inside. You can't see the gravy. You can't see the stuffing. So I'm going to use this one. If this were me, really honestly, for dinner, what I would do is I'd take just a little scoop like that. And I actually really like the scoops. Normally for dinner time, I do form our rice in little bowls like this or smaller, and I put them on our plate like that. So what I'm going to do is I like to be able to grab what I want. So this is just my little fun bowl. This is just what I'm making. Like I said, because it has meat in the stuffing already, which is delicious. If you've not tried that, please give that a try. That is absolutely delicious. So you have your corn, your turkey, your potato, and you got your stuffing with your meat in it. I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of cheese on the bottom so it's all sticky and delish. I'm going to stir my gravy one time. Make sure it's nice and hot. Beautiful hot. It is got the little sizzle going on. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the gravy like this. Our family likes lots of gravy. And then I want you to be able to see it. This is a really good dish. A little bit of cheese, just ever so little on top. And let's take a bite all together. Let's try this. Let's grab a little bit of stuffing. I already tried everything individually, but now I want to try with gravy. There is my stuffing, the turkey, and potato. Super good. Now remember, this is just my little fast thing I took out of my freezer. I already had everything. If you like the content, if you would please like, share, and subscribe, I'd be most grateful. And I thank you all and have a beautiful, blessed week. And thanks all my subscribers.